you want to communicate with Oracle database, so we said here we required one query language or one database language is required for us, and that language is called as what now? SQL, structure query language. Okay, so the one language is called as here structure query language. That is simply be called as SQL. So SQL stands for, here simply we can say is the structure. Okay, right. So structure query language. So SQL is a structure query language. Okay, and simply is called as, it is a SQL is a standard language here. It's a standard language. It is a standard language. Okay, and this language, especially the people we are going to be using guys here. So whenever you want to communicate, okay, whenever you want to communicate, so communicate with the database. So whenever you want to communicate with database, compulsory we should require, okay, one database communication language is required, and that is called as a SQL. And this language, okay, this SQL language was designed by or introduced by IBM. So IBM company was introduced to this language. Okay, and initially the IBM was given the name of SQL. They given the name of SQL is a SQL. They given the name of SQL is a SQL. This is the initial name of the SQL language. So your SQL stands for Structured English Query Language. So Structured English Query Language. This is what we called as guys here SQL stands for. But later the SQL language again. Later it was going to be renamed by IBM company. It was going to renamed as a, so what it is, SQL. So that's why nowadays if you go to see in some industries and some outside, the people called as a, even though somebody is called as a SQL language. So a SQL language is nothing but SQL language only, but the initial the starting IBM when it was going to be introducing this language, the people was given SQL language, but later on it was going to be renamed as a SQL. Okay, but SQL both are same. Okay, now so that is the latest, that means the latest name is called SQL we called. Okay, right. So this is what guys here it was renamed here. And this SQL language, okay, so whatever the SQL language is going to be happen here, okay, this language is called as a this is a common language for all databases guys here. It is a common language. It is a common language of all databases. Language for all databases. Okay, all databases. For example, okay, so for example, like Oracle, okay, like SQL Server, like MySQL, like DB2, Sybase, PostgreSQL, etc., etc. So this is a common language for all databases. Okay, that's why it is called as a SQL is what is a standard language. Standard language. Why the people called as it is? This is the language we are used to communicating with any RDBMS databases. Communicating with any RDBMS databases, and we all of you know RDBMS databases are nothing but what now, like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, Informix, Ingresys, Teradata, MaxDB, PostgreSQL, SQLs. So these are all comes under RDBMS. So that's why this is a standard language for all RDBMS products. Okay, now so and but here standard means what it was happen guys here, whatever SQL standard queries are there, so that queries will be common for all databases. Okay, now and later remaining concepts are is depending on database. Suppose Oracle supporting some concepts, those are not supporting in SQL Server and MySQL. So SQL supported some concepts, those are not supporting in Oracle and MySQL. MySQL supported some concepts, those are not supporting under Oracle and SQL. So SQL standard queries, whatever we have, like a DDL queries, DML queries, DRL queries, TCL queries, DCL queries, these are the common, these are the standard languages. And these all languages are commands are same for all databases. But other than these queries, if you go to other topics, so some topics will be supported, some topics will be not supported. That is depending on their database softwares, it will be designed. Okay, now, so this is what we call. And this common language, okay, whatever SQL predefined queries are there here, SQL predefined, okay, predefined queries are there. So that all queries, guys, here, the queries are not a case sensitive, not a case sensitive, not a case sensitive. So not a case sensitive means, it means what now, guys, here? So now your queries can be write under uppercase characters, or else you can write under lowercase, or else you can write here both combination. Okay, now, so there is nothing problem for you. Okay, now, there is nothing problem for you. Okay, so either you can write your queries, because queries are not a case sensitive, you can write any uppercase, lowercase, or both. Okay, now, so for example, let you see, suppose are you writing one query, so select a star, okay, select a star from some table emp. Okay, now, so the same thing, even though I can write like this, select a star from emp, so it is also working. Same like this, I can use here, okay, select a star, okay, so from, okay, suppose emp table. Okay, so here either all are you can use uppercase, okay, all are you can use small case characters, and all are you can use a, okay, or all are combination of upper and lower, the both. So but any manner the query, once you return, the query will be successfully accepted, guys, here, and successfully executed here. Okay, but the thing is what now, queries can be write either uppercase or lowercase or both, but the thing is what now, every query should be ends with a semicolon. Every query should be ends with a semicolon, that is mandatory. Okay, now, so every SQL query should ends with the semicolon. This is always remember, guys, here with the semicolon. Okay, now this is remember, and the remaining your wish, you can write your queries either upper or lower, anything. Okay, now, and now, so in this SQL we have some sub languages we call, guys, here. So sub languages of SQL. So these are called a SQL predefined queries also we call, and these are the common for any database. These are common for any database. So first one is called as a uh, data definition data definition language. The shortcutly we called as a DDL. Shortcutly we called as a DDL. Okay, so in this we have some commands here. So create command, alter command, okay, rename command, truncate command, and we are using drop command. Okay, now the second one we have here data manipulation language. So data manipulation language, that is called a DML. So in this DML we have the commands like insert command, like we have an update command, like we have a delete command. Okay, in the third case, so we have your data query, or else even though retrieval or retrieve. So query retrieve, okay, language. So this is DQL, data query language, or DRLs, data retrieval language also we can say. So retrieval language. Okay, now right. So these are okay, whatever you can call, no problem. And in this we have one command guys here selected. And the next one is transaction, okay, control language. Transaction control language, that is called a TCL. In TCL transaction control language, we have it here. So few commands now. So commit and roll back and save point. Okay, now, and the final sub language here, DCL, that is called a data control language. Okay, now, so this is called a DCL, and completely security related things we are going to be done. So this is what we called as grant command and revoke. Okay, now, right. So now these are guys here the total 5 sub languages which was going to be using in our SQL okay language now. And these sub language commands are almost the same for all databases. So these are called a commands and command queries are same, but topic wise some little bit syntax specifications will be changes. Okay, now, right. But now these are all predefined formulas and predefined syntaxes we called as guys. Yeah. Okay, so now these are the sub languages of SQL, and these sub languages compulsory we should know it. Without these sub languages, we cannot perform database operations over database. Okay, now suppose if you want to create a table in a database, for example, you want to create a table, you require a create command. That means formulas, like a simple you want to remember, these are all our formulas. So these formulas, if you know, then only we can do our operations. Without knowing this knowledge, you can't do anything in database. Okay, now every concept, every operation, whatever we performed in our databases, so those operations are performing through these commands only. So that's why here every command is just like, remember, like for example in our educational life we are remembering mathematics formulas, a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square in mathematics, some physics formulas, some chemistry formulas we are going to be remembering, yes or no? So how we are going to be remembering those formulas, okay, and those formulas how we are using in our requirements, yes or no? Same like this here, SQL sub languages means all are called as a formulas. Every language is having some commands, and every command is having some syntax, and through that syntax only we can perform our operations. If you don't have this knowledge, then you are not going to do anything in the database. Okay, no? So if you want to do anything in the database, compulsory these 5 languages commands, formulas, how to use, how it will work, where I want to use. So this kind of knowledge is very, very important for you. So without this knowledge, you can't create a table also. If you want to create a table, you must and should be required a create. If you want to insert the data, insert command. Delete the data, delete command. So these are the things we can use to perform some operations over databases. Okay, now, right. So let me see one by one language commands I will describing here. So what is what? We will go to what is the formula, and formula related example we will say now, right? Now, so first one is called as guys here data definition language. The first one is called as what now? Data definition language. Data definition language. In data definition language, first command is called as a create command. First command is called as what now? Create command. Okay, now, right. So basically, create command, guys, here we are using for what purpose? Means to create a new table in Oracle database. Okay, now. So this command is used for to creating a new table. Okay, right. So now how to create a new table in database. Suppose we all of you know, once you connecting to Oracle, okay, there is no, okay, some, when you're connecting system user, some system predefined tables are there that already I show you. But okay, so some tables we need to create our own. Okay, somebody is asking, sir, I log in, but EMP table, DEPT table is not there, sir. How it is there? Yeah, those tables are I was created, myself I was created, yes or no, in our databases. So you also create those tables. Those tables not inbuilt. Okay, na, those tables are not inbuilt. You just create those tables. Okay, right. So like this. So when you log in to, that means connecting to Oracle with the system and some password whatever you given, so successfully connected. But when you see select a star from tab means, okay, at the time in that list you don't have it any EMP table, you don't have it any DEPT table, remember. So those tables yourself you want to create, and some predefined tables are there, some system defined tables are there. So those system defined tables are list out, but you have to create your own table as on your own names, like your employee, customer, student, so like this department. So you have to create yourself. Okay, na, right? So but how to create it, sir? Okay, sir, now I understand. So I connecting to Oracle. Now I want to store some data. But if I want to store data into Oracle database or any other database, first thing is what now? Table should be created. Without a table, how can you store the data? Not possible, right? So first you have to go for created table first. That is a very important for us. So how to create a table formula, everyone must and should be need it and know it. So first you have to create a table. After table successfully created, then later your data can be stored. Okay, now without a table, data cannot directly store it. That is one point, remember. Okay, and yourself, you have to create your own tables. Okay, now. So don't think that all are inbuilt, that is not there. So now you have to create your own tables now. Okay, right. And now how to create a table, then this formula should be remembered. So here syntax means, when I'm giving syntaxes means, syntaxes are nothing but formulas. Okay, so every syntax is a predefined formula. That means we are not created. Okay, now I'm not created. Yeah, Sudhakar is not created these queries, these formulas already inbuilt. This formulas was designed by Mr. E.F. Cod. He is the one of the IBM employee. So he was the scientist, a database scientist, Mr. E.F. Cod. He was the scientist, was find out these formulas, and he was given these formulas. So whatever the 5 languages are there, these 5 languages commands are predefined commands. We don't want to do anything. Yes or no? Just suppose you say a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square was finding by people? No. Is a scientist was introduced a plus b whole square formula. So that formula we are using in our mathematics to do some operations. That formula we are going to be using some, when we are going to some mathematics, wherever you require that formula, you can use it. But the formula is not created by ourselves, yes or no? So we can't say, even though your faculty is also not saying that a plus b whole square formula I was found. Okay, if you say like that, people will be slap you, yes or no? So these are all scientists was introduced. Those things we are learning, that's it. Okay, na, right? So here also DDL queries, DML queries, DCL queries, DQL queries, TCL queries, these are all our predefined queries. These are not a user defined. Already scientist Mr. E.F. Cod was designed these queries, and he was introduced in SQL language, and that formulas we are using in our Oracle databases. Okay, na? So that's why whatever the syntaxes I was given, these all syntaxes are predefined, not user defined. Okay, right. So let me see the command of create. Okay, right. So let you see the formula is what now. So create table name of, you have to send your column name 1, and every column is storing some specific data. So now you have to decide in which column which type of data I want to store. For that purpose, compulsory we should need a data type knowledge. In data type, some data types are required size to mention, some data types are not required size. Okay, now, so that's why size I was given in the optional bracket. I was given in the optional bracket, column name 2, and here data type and size. Okay, then and so on. Okay, then close. So this is the creating a new table in our database. Whenever you require to create a new table, compulsory there you have to go for this command, right? Now, so now this command carefully, if you identify guys here, what it was given in the syntax in this formula. Okay, so create a table name. Okay, fine. Column name also fine. We are giving our own column names. Whatever the name you have to give, you can give it as your own wish. Okay, now, but your data type is telling guys what it was telling, data types. So but here we don't know as of now the knowledge of data types. So without knowing the knowledge of data type, how can you design table? Because without a data type, table cannot be designed, and table we cannot be created. It is impossible. Okay, now, so whenever you want to create one new table in your database, compulsory database knowledge is required for every programmer. Okay, like for example, simply if you go to C language, C++, Java, .NET, Python, how we are learning data types now? Same to same. In SQL language also we have some data types. And first of all, now before I want to create this table, first I have to know what type of data types are supported in our Oracle, because every database is having its own data types. One database data types cannot be used under another data type, another database. Okay, now for example, SQL server is having its own data types. Oracle is having its own data types. MySQL is having its own data types. Okay, now one database data types you cannot use into another database. Impossible. Okay, like simply Java data types can I use in Python? Come on, Java data types can I use in Python language or not? Tell me. Open your chat box. Open your chat box and give response. Java data types can I use into Python? No, we cannot use. .NET data types I can use into Java? .NET data types can I use into Java? No, we cannot use. So that means what you understand guys here, every language how it was having its own data types, same to same every database having its own data types. Okay, now, so that's why here we are learning Oracle. That means we have to know, as a Oracle programmer, as a Oracle developer, we have to know what type of data types are supported in our Oracle. Okay, now, so that all data types, first we have to get some knowledge of data types. Awareness is required here. After getting some awareness, then we started to create our table, right? Now we will discuss what is data type. Let you see what is data type. So data type is nothing but guys here, it is a attribute. It is a attribute, and this attribute, okay, it is attribute which is used, and this attribute or which is used to specify to specify what type of data is storing into a column. So what type of data are you storing into a column? So storing into a column, so that what type of data is a very important, because in our real time there are different formats of data is there. For example, integer format data, float format data, string format data, alphanumeric format of data, date format of data, time format of data. binary format of data. So there are so many different data formats are there. So these particular type of data, if I want to store in a particular column, that column should be that related data type column only accepted. For example, integer column accepting integer only. Yes or no? String column is accepted string data only. So this is called a specific type of data. That which type of data are you storing into a column, that will be decided based on data type. Based on data type, we can tell it, or we can decide which type of data are you storing into a column, right? Now, so now this is what we called. And this data types, okay, in Oracle, there are some data types are supported, guys, here. So Oracle supporting data types are, let you see one by one. First one we called as a numeric data types. First one is called as a numeric data types. Second one is called as a character or else a string data types we call. Okay. The third one is called as a long data type. Next, fourth one is called as a data types. Fifth one is called as a raw and long raw data types. Long raw data types. And sixth one is called as a lob data types. So here lob stands for large objects. Okay, lob stands for large objects data type. So these are the total 6 category of data types are there in our Oracle and which was supported. Okay, now right. And first of all, these all data types one by one awareness. That means knowledge. What is what? Okay, we are going to be checking out. What is what we are going to be checking out. Okay, now let you see. Let you see. First one is called as a numeric data types. First one is called as a numeric data types. So in this category, again, we have a 2 types of data types are there. First one is called as a integer data type, and second one is called as a number of p comma s. Okay, these are the 2 data types categories or 2 types of data types which was comes under numeric categories. Okay, now numeric categories. So let me see what is integer, what is number. Okay, let you come up. So integer data type. So we all of you know this is almost a common data type. Okay, in every language. So integer data type, okay, is going to be used for to store integer values only. So integer data type storing integer format values. Other than integer values, you can't store any other value in this data type column. Okay, now, so once my column is an integer means I can store only integer values only I can store. Okay, now this is what this data type is telling us. But here what it was happen, guys, here when we use integer data type, when we use integer data type at the time of a table design, at the time of a table designing, okay, table designing, internally Oracle server is converting into which data type here? Number type, converting into number data type with the maximum size. The maximum size is 38 digits. The maximum size is 38 digits. So that's why In Oracle, what we say guys here, integer data type is equals to number of 38. Integer data type is equals to number of 38. Understand now? So that is internally your Oracle server is converting like this. Okay, right. So this is what we called as guys. So integer data type is similar to or is equals to number of 38. Okay, right. This is integer data type. Next one is second one is what I said, number. Number of p comma s. Number of p comma s. So this data type to store here integer and also float values. Integer and also float values can be stored. So both type of data is storing integer and also float values. But when it was storing integer, when it was storing float means, okay, so when we use number of only p, when we use number of only p, if I'm using only p value I'm giving, then it is storing integer value. When I'm using number of p comma s value, that means including p and s both are giving, then it will storing what now, float values. So this is simple identification to remember. Okay now, right? And what is p and what is s? Okay, so what is p? P is nothing but precision. P is nothing but what now guys here? Precision. P is nothing but precision. So s is nothing but scale. S is nothing but scale. S is nothing but scale. So what is P and what is S? Observe. P is nothing but precision. Precision is nothing but, okay, counting all digits, okay, in the given expression. So counting all digits. All digits means what now? It's going to left side digits plus right side digits, all are counting. For example, I'm giving one expression guys here. For example, 1. Suppose 98.34 I was given. This is one expression I was given. In 98.34 I was given. So that means the decimal point, this one point left side and right side, there are two parts are the left part and second right part. In left part we have some digits, some number of digits, and right side also we have some number of digits. Then total number of digits are called as a precision. So now in this expression, suppose if I'm asking what is my precision, means precision is equals to 4. In the same to same, if I'm giving guys here, okay, what is precision in this expression if I'm asking, okay, so my precision is 6. So that means here in your expression, okay, in your expression, how many number of digits are there? The total counting of digits is called as a precision. Okay, right. Come to next one is scale. Scale means what now guys here? Counting the right side digits only. So only right side. Okay, now for example, let you see. For example, if I'm giving that expression 98.34 I'm giving now. So in this we know that precision, okay, precision is equals to 4. But what is my scale, sir? Scale is equals to 2. So now scale is equals to 2 because in the right side, how many digits are there? 3, 4, 2 digits are there. Total number of digits are precision 4 and right side digits called as scale, right? Now, for example, Now next one, suppose another expression I'm giving now. Now what is precision? Now precision is equals to 4 plus 3 7, and scale is equals to how much, guys? Here 3. So the right side, how many digits are there? That is called as a scale, and the total number of digits called as a precision. So these are precision and scale, how to identify in the given expression. Okay, now right. This is what now number category of data type. And the next one is character data type. Second one, character or else string data types. So these data types, okay, now what purpose we want to use means, okay, for example, these data types are using, okay, so many people, they're thinking that your character string data types means so many people. When I was created like this, suppose employee name, on this name I'm using one of the character data type I'm using. So it is one of my column in a table. It is one of my column in a table. So now into this column, suppose we need to insert some employee name. We need to insert some employee name. Okay, now? So how we can insert? For example, suppose Sai. Sai, one name I'm inserting. Then so many people, they're expecting that, okay, the Sai is allowed. That means Sai name is allowed. Because so many people, what they're thinking, guys, here, character data types are storing characters. And of course, Sai is a character. So that's why everybody thinking that this name is stored. But guys, remember, this is not allowed. It was showing what now? Error. It is not allowed, and it was showing what now? Error. Okay, now? So why, sir? Why, sir? Sai is a characters now. These are alphabets characters now. Then why it is not allowed, sir? Means here character or string data types are not storing characters. These data types are storing which format of data? String format data only. String format data only. But Sai is not a string. Sai is not a string. Okay, na? Sai is not a string, right? So that's why here the Sai, if I send Sai, SAI, sending Sai, then it is not allowed here. It is giving error because your character data types are storing which format? I said string format, but this is not a string format. So now string format, how to representing into database means single quotes Sai. So now it's the same Sai, when I'm sending like this with a single quote, then it is allowed. Then it is allowed. Because first one Sai, that is not a string. That is just characters. Okay, second one, what I'm inserting along with single quotes, that is not a characters. Those are called a string. Okay, now? Right. So that means what you understand here? Character data types are storing string format data only. And here, string is represent. String is represent with a single quotes. Carefully observe. With a single quotes. But double quotes, somebody thinking double quotes, the double quotes are not supporting in our database. Because in your front end side, we are using double quotes. In Java, .NET, C, C++, okay, we are using double quotes, string means. But this is not supporting in our database. In our database, string is nothing but what now, guys, here? Only single quotes. Okay, single quotes only have to use. Double quotes are not allowed. Okay, right. So this is what we called as here. But guys, here, whatever I said, storing only string format data means here, the string format data may be two types of formats. The string format data is maybe two types. Okay, what is that? First one we called as, guys, here characters only string. Characters only string. Second one is called as a alphanumeric string. So these are two types of string format. One is character, second one alphanumeric string. What is character string and what is alphanumeric string means? Here, observe. Character string means I can use only alphabets like A to Z capital, or else you can use a small a to z alphabets, only alphabets. A to Z, either capital you can use or small case characters you can use, whatever, but only alphabets. For example, so many. For example, like Sai is a one characters only string. That means in Sai expression, can you see I'm using only alphabets? Either you can store like this, either you can store like this. This is example of characters only string. Come to alphanumeric. What is the mean by alphanumeric means? It is a combination of A to Z or small a to small z will be accepted. Okay, and that means comma. It was taking 0 to 9 numbers. 9 numbers also it was taking. Next, it will taking special characters like @ symbol, hash symbol, dollar symbol, percentile symbol, ampersand symbol, star symbol. Okay, now so dot symbol, etc., 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 comma symbol, etc., etc. So these are what we called as in this combination. So the three combination, when you fix it, then it is called alphanumeric. Alphanumeric string data examples, what that means, so many are there nowadays. PAN card number. So I think everyone is having PAN card number now. So PAN card number also having alphanumeric number. And nowadays student all ticket numbers also coming with alphanumeric character number mixing. Yes or no? And some websites you can see. Okay, so capture images also there. Capture images also coming out with the character and number. That is also called as what now? Alphanumeric. The next one we can see. For example, is the best example what now nowadays banking sectors passwords are there. Suppose you have an online account, SBI, ICS, anything. So almost in our Indian system, almost every banking sector online account passwords are alphanumeric. And even though some websites also there, suppose you are trying to creating a password only number or only character means it was raising some error. It was raising some error and telling us what it was telling us means. Okay, your password should contain one alphabet character, one number, one special character. So the kind of messages are coming out, yes or no? So whenever you want to create a passwords, okay, so in this password control side, one box will be there. The box will be having some hint. What is the hint was given in that? Okay, your password should contain minimum one alphabet character, minimum one number, minimum one special character, minimum one capital, minimum one small. So this kind of the hint that people are giving us. So that kind of things, so many times we have discussed, so many times we can see it. Especially banking accounts, alphanumeric passwords are preferred because alphanumeric passwords are very highly secured passwords. A normal password Sai is a very simple to hack, but alphanumeric Sai @345. So in this two, which one highly secured means alphanumeric passwords are highly security. That's why you can see all banking sectors, maximum banking sectors, online account passwords are having alphanumerics only. You can go and check out because of reason security purpose. Okay, right. So the kind of examples that comes under, guys, here alphanumeric, right? And now after that, example of this alphanumeric means so many. For example, nowadays you have mail IDs also there. For example, Sai @123 or sai123 at the rate gmail or yahoo or something .com. This is alphanumeric. Or else we can say some like passwords. I said somebody keeping the password like this. Somebody keeping password. So capital, okay, Sai, and they're taking at the rate 29. Okay, so some number, anything, some number, and they're passing here. Okay, so they're passing some annual. Okay, so like this they're keeping. This is also we called as a what we called as guys here. This is also we called as a alphanumeric passwords. Sometimes we are seeing some capture images. We can see capture images also having. So like capital H, small bb, and 5 6 some number, and W some X. So this is also alphanumeric. Suppose we have something like nowadays students all ticket numbers also having. Yes, students all ticket numbers also having here. What we can say like all ticket number, suppose like GRT 00567, and okay, so this kind of okay, so 01. So this is also called as alphanumeric. So like employee ID numbers, PAN card number, yes or no, these are all comes under alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means character, number, special character. In this three, any two combination it will be there. In this three, any two combination it will be there. Then it is called as a alphanumeric we called. Okay, yeah, vehicle numbers. Yes, vehicle numbers also we can go to say it. Yes, so registration numbers, vehicle numbers. Okay, so these are all are called as a alphanumerics we called as guys. Okay, now this both type of data is going to be stored, but you are carefully observed in this both type. What I'm using, single quotes I'm using. Can you identify guys here? I'm using what I'm using, single quotes I'm using. Okay, na? Single quotes I'm using, right? Single quote compulsory we should use. Then only accept, otherwise not accepted. This is what we called as a character or the mean of a string data type. Okay, na? Right. And in this character data types guys here, these are again, okay, these data types are again, okay, these data types are again classified into, okay, again classified into two types guys here, two categories it will be classified. So it was classified again two ways. Okay, so the two categories it was classified, categories. Okay, so two ways it will be categorized here. Okay, those are, first one is called as non-Unicode data types. First one, non-Unicode data types. Second one is called as Unicode data types. So again, character or string data types are again classified into two categories. One is Unicode and one is non-Unicode. So now the question is, sir, what is Unicode data types? And where I want to use, how I can use. What is non-Unicode data types? So where I want to use and how I want to use. So this kind of doubts are coming out, yes or no? So what are those, how to use or where use are, okay, this kind of doubts are coming out. Yes, definitely. So non-uni and Unicode, the two categories of data types in this character again. Okay, so non-uni, uni. But what is this? And what is the differences in between these two data types? Okay, so those we will discuss in tomorrow's session guys, because today I'm not well, so a little bit sick today, so that's why I stop it here guys here, and tomorrow we will go for these two data types, what is what. Okay, now right, yes, so I stop it here because of a little bit sick now. Okay, right, yes, thank you so much, and tomorrow we will continue this topic and differences between non-uni and uni. Okay, right, yes, thank you.